The Tin Caps take game one of the Midwest League Eastern Division, playoff over the Great Lakes Loons, a Dodgers affiliate, 5-0 tonight. A shutout win at, I forget the name of the field, but it was in Fort Wayne, Indiana. 5-0 Tin Caps, Padres affiliate, over a Dodgers affiliate tonight in the postseason. Now, at Dodger Stadium, in a game that someone actually cares about, the Dodgers won 11-2. Actually, nobody really cares about that either. So anyway, it's the wrap-up show. Padres lose, Tin Caps win. It's September. Padres are 10 games under 500. We're here for you, breaking it all down. John and Jim with you on the wrap-up show. Jim, how are you, first of all?
I'm great.
Oh, Jim, actually, let me just set it up, and then you can have a 5-minute. You can go crazy on the Trent Grisham situation as if it cost the Padres the season. While you do that, I'm actually going to check on my son because my wife isn't here right now. But let me just set this up. As you make your way in, whether it's live or on replay, please subscribe. If you're here live or on replay, thank you for the super chats, whether it's a super thanks or a super chat here live. We really do appreciate it. Click the $sign below the chat box. We'll get to every single super chat here tonight. You can smash the like button if you wouldn't mind for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Padres beaten tonight by the Dodgers 11-2. Fernando Tatis Jr. hit a home run. That was pretty cool. And Trent Grisham had an RBI in this game in the 11-2 loss to the Dodgers. I'm going to be right back. You can. I know where you're going. I'll be back in 60 seconds.
No, I want to wait for you.
Okay, you wait. I'll be back in 60 seconds.
I want to wait.
Like my shirt?
It's great. All right. While John's gone, I'm going to sit in silence for about 60 seconds because I got nothing on this fucking game. Well, I actually do, but I got to wait. I'm going to wait for John to get back because I need him here when I fucking destroy Trent Grisham. Sorry, Rich. Your boy's getting killed tonight. That's what's happening. I like that. Let's talk about Ahsoka. All right. By the way, Oh, John's already back. Dang it.
I'm back.
I was going to talk about Ahsoka.
I don't even know what the hell that is. I do, but I don't. So I heard something fall, and I think Jones knocked a book off his bed. If you have a kid, they knock things off their beds. He's sleeping. He didn't suffer through this Padres game.
Okay.
And I told him the Tin Caps won before he went to sleep.
Was he excited about that?
He's like, what's a Tin Cap? I'm like, good question.
You would love their gear, I feel like.
Their logo is cool. Yeah. Okay. I am literally I'm sitting back. Did you hear Melvin postgame?
I did not.
He bunted on his own.
I knew that. Yeah, I know he did.
Obviously. I mean, there's no such thing as a bases loaded, not bunting on your own.
I'm going to tweet it out right now. Here we go. Trent Grisham should not. No. What should I say? Trent Grisham.
What are you trying to say? Don't worry about tweeting.
I was just going to say, okay, here we go. If Trent Grisham's on this team in 2024, everybody needs to be fired. I mean, when he laid down that bunt, and I'm not tweeting about the games anymore because who gives a shit? I mean, but about inside baseball stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Sure. Agreed.
When he laid down that bunt with the bases loaded and no outs, I audibly said, what the fuck is he doing?
You raged. I was like, who cares?
I mean, in a grand scheme of things, John, you're right. Who cares? But in this moment, for a guy who frankly should not be on a big league roster for how bad he is offensively, I take that back. He could be on a big league roster, but as a defensive replacement. The second he laid down that bunt, I lost my shit. The bases were loaded and no outs, and you fucking lay down a bunt, and not a great bunt either. And I know that Mud and Don, they can't rip him a new one in the booth. Neither can Jesse and Tony. Okay, those guys are,
but Jim can.
I can. Everybody else can. But in the moment, I'm thinking to myself, and I'm sure that everybody was in those broadcast booths. What the fuck are you doing? That was a joke. That was an embarrassment. If I'm the Padres right now,
What
and
are
I'm
you gonna
I'm literally DFAing him tomorrow. Like, get the
You're
fuck off
gonna
my team.
designate him.
Get the fuck off my team. If you're here bunting with the bases loaded, down 4 runs with no outs, get the fuck off the team. Go somewhere else. Done. That was utter bullshit what Trent Grisham did tonight. That's a DFA offense, in my opinion, for this team and for his career and for how bad he is. There's 2 options with Trent Grisham right now. All right. It's either strikeout looking or swinging or bunting, trying to bunt for a hit. Give me a fucking break. DFA him right now. This is bullshit.
Okay, here's the funny thing. So I'm watching this live. I did not expect you to tweet about it because you haven't tweeted about a Padres in-game situation in like 2 months because the season's been over. So I'm watching this live. I'll be honest with you. You'll be, well, kind of know what my reaction was. I saw no issue with it live. And here's why. There's no guarantee they even score in the inning if he doesn't bunt. There's a very likely scenario where he strikes out or grounds into a double play, and then the Padres don't score in the inning. By the way, I didn't think it was that bad of an idea. He just didn't execute on it.
No, John.
I didn't hate it. They scored.
No, bro.
They only scored 2 runs in the game.
John, stop. Don't try to take the other side here.
No, it was. I didn't.
No,
I watched it live.
Stop, John. If this game mattered and he bunted with the bases loaded, down 4-0 with no outs, you would have lost your shit.
I would have, but the game doesn't matter. And I'm like, this is cute.
So don't do that. Don't pull that, man. You know it.
He's the best bunter in like world history. He's got like a Guinness Book record for most bunt attempts.
He needs to be DFA'd immediately. If that was on him, which it was, and Melvin said it.
Well, Melvin said postgame. He said he saw the third baseman back or something.
He needs to be DFA'd immediately.
Dude, he almost bunted for like a triple. He hit that thing so hard it went like 200 feet. Ball was rocketed.
That was a
down
joke.
The third base line.
And I just wow.
Okay, so you think I'm with you. I guess in the end it was probably stupid. What if it would have been good for a hit and the bases would have still been loaded in a 4-1 game for Matt Batten?
It's not about if he got a hit on a bunt. It's about the mentality of that at bat.
It was the element of surprise.
Bunting with the bases loaded and no outs, down 4-0. Are you kidding me, John? Come on.
So this is like you're referring to this as like the worst moment of like the last. Is this like equate to Emilio Pagan allowing 4 home runs at Dodger Stadium in like 2020 in relief? Is this like on par with one of the worst moments of like
because
Padres?
Here, let me just explain this. You know why the Emilio Pagan giving up like 4 straight home runs isn't even close to this? You want to know why?
Okay.
Because the mentality of Emilio Pagan was trying to get someone out. Now, he couldn't get anybody out. The mentality of Trent Grisham here was to try to bunt with the bases loaded and no outs, down by 4 runs. Are you kidding me?
Well, he was trying to, make something out of I don't know. It was bad. It was dumb.
Give me, please. I understand this game means jack shit. Okay.
The game means nothing.
But the fact that he did that on his own, which he did, and Melvin said it after postgame, is a DFA offense. Like I'm DFAing you right now.
One of the reasons I knew it might not go over well was when I looked at the dugout when Soto scored on that bunt. Nobody was clapping. None of the players are really
because everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
But okay, as ridiculous as this is, I'll go down that path. Let's call it the dumbest in-game decision you can make. Okay, let's just
by a player.
Okay, just hear me out. The dumbest, it was stupid. I'm going to go down that path. Utterly ridiculous. Well, guess what? After the play, a run was in. It was first and second, 1 out.
And guess how many runs scored after that?
Well, 0. But guess how many runs scored as a result of it? 1. But
dude, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that did not cost them the game.
John, I don't give a shit about costing the game or not. This is not about costing the game. It's about a mentality of this baseball team and a player who has struggled for the last 2+ years going up there in a situation, driving runs, plural runs, down by 4. Lance Lynn has just, I believe he walked the base, or he didn't walk the bases loaded, but the bases got loaded, right? A couple hits.
No,
I
there
think
was a double by Soto, a single by Machado, and a walk.
Okay. So double single walk and you fucking bunt.
Okay, you are right. I'm not, but let me just hear me out. If he doesn't bunt, what do you think happens in the sequence? What's your put me most likely to least likely? What's most likely?
John,
What's most likely?
Okay, it's a 90% chance he either grounds into a double play or
strikes out.
Strikes out.
Thank
I
you.
understand that. I understand it. But the mentality of going up there.
This is so dumb. Okay, you're right. It's so stupid. I'm not even arguing over it because it's stupid. I don't care. I literally could care less.
I know you don't, but like he bunted with the bases loaded and no outs, down by 4 runs after a double single walk against a pitcher who was given up.
I love these guys. So Dave
runs.
Roberts said it let him off the hook. Lance Lynn said the bunt was huge because it let him reset. I don't know if these quotes are accurate. I'm sure they're coming from Dodger fans, but it's kind of funny to go along with this.
I need those quotes to be real.
If someone has actual quotes, or if it's in like an LA Times article or in a beat reporter's recap, please put the link in the chat. Because I'm sure they were asked about it. That was the only time really Lance Lynn was on the ropes. Tying run was at the plate. What if that bunt went for an inside the park? I mean, he was trying to hit an inside the park grand slam, which is very rare.
Dude, I'm serious. Like, what did he go for tonight? Well, hold on. Okay, he went 0 for 4. He went 0 for 4. He's
That's the thing. What's he hitting? What's his OPS? His OPS is like 680, 670.
Then why is he up there in the first place?
Did you see the lineup? They got Rosario and Batten and Sullivan and Jones and Schaefer and Russell. And the lineup's not good.
I need to. Where did you see this, Kevin? Hold on, Kevin.
No, it's not in Kevin's article.
Mm.
I just read Kevin's postgame.
Hold on, let me look here. I need to hear this real quick.
All right, let me get to a super real quick. Let me get to a couple supers that are rolling in. Guys, thank you if you're here. Subscribe. If you are here, smash the like button. Follow us on Twitter. And thank you for the supers. Click the $ below the chat box. We really do appreciate your support. JD Gaucho says Grisham driving a run, whatever it takes. That's what he did. That's exactly right. Grisham with that big RBI, with the bases loaded, with the bunt down the third base line. JD Gaucho, thank you. You could argue that like swing away would have been better. Iron Lung, thank you. He says bunting in that situation shows less than 50% confidence. Just close your eyes and swing 3 times in a row. Holy hell, I actually agree with Jim on this one. I'm not disagreeing with Jim. I mean, the whole thing is obviously you're not supposed to bunt with the bases loaded and nobody out. What'd you just...
Okay, I listened to it.
How'd you listen in 4 seconds?
It was on social.
Okay.
Yeah, you could tell. I mean, just translation from Melvin. He's not going to throw Trent Grisham under the bus, but translation is what the fuck.
Right. He's like, yeah, he chose to, he thought the third baseman was back. He chose to bunt.
And it was the worst bunt you could possibly have. It went right to the third base. Like you said,
he hit it so hard.
If it went past the third baseman, it's like a triple. It wouldn't have been
surprising. Almost would have seriously, it would 3 runs would have scored if he hit it a little harder.
That to me is such a indictment and such a microcosm of this team this year, that the approach at the plate for all season long has been god awful, just god awful. And to go up there,
terrible.
And to go up there, like I'll lose my shit tomorrow on the show on John and Jim. I don't care, because this thing is. I mean, dude, I might stay up all night thinking about this.
Nobody cares.
I might stay up all night thinking about this fucking bunt, dude.
Do you think if when we go on the air tomorrow at 3 p.m., day after the Padres lost 11-2 to the Dodgers, anyone cares about Trent Grisham bunting with the bases loaded the day before?
Yeah. You do.
Probably not. You see the same thing that I see, which is nobody seems to be caring right now.
I can't believe he fucking bunted with the bases loaded and no outs.
Oh, wait, we have a developing story.
Is he DFA'd?
No, but the Padres have been eliminated from making the postseason, according to Fangraphs. Not mathematically, but Fangraphs has it at 0.0. So you knew that when Trent Grisham bunted. You knew that when Yu Darvish was shut down. You knew that when why is Joe Musgrove trying to come back to pitch an inning? Did you see that story? Joe Musgrove wants to come back this year to pitch one more inning.
Yeah, give me a break.
What is this?
What are we doing?
This isn't some feel-good story. This is the season's over, and you got to pitch in 2024. Nobody needs to see you for an inning in 2023. Brian, thank you. He says, gosh forbid the 2024 season produces the same results as 2023. What next? I mean, what next? You're not going to wait until the 2024 offseason to figure out what's next. They got to figure out what's next after the 2023 season. There's no let's wait around another year. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't sell it as we're just going to try again. There's no way.
No.
You think it's a possibility, maybe, right? That they just run it back?
I do think parts of things will be run back.
Yeah, the core will be run back.
Everything but Bob Melvin.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what next? Nobody knows. They're not taking the Mets approach, which is sell, overhaul your front office, hire a president of baseball operations. That's not the approach they've taken. And if they do take that approach, I'll be utterly shocked, because we read the quote say from Peter from July 1st. He literally said AJ isn't going anywhere, period, July 1st. So now he's going to go somewhere 3 months later.
Why is
AJ's
Rich Hill?
excellence?
Why did Rich Hill pitch tonight?
Why did he or did he not?
No, I said why did he? Because who cares?
First of all, I fell asleep in the 6th inning of this game. I was sitting on my couch, and I'm like, do I need to set an alarm for 40 minutes? Because I'm like, what if I just pass out for 3 hours? I'm so utterly bored. I was sitting there. It was 7-2, and then it was 9-2, and I was just lying down. I was so deathly tired. I just closed my eyes for 20 minutes. Michael Wacha has been really bad recently. This Nick Hernandez story was the greatest thing that ever happened. He worked 2 scoreless innings, and then he got into trouble in that 3rd inning.
Yeah, and
his
because
of
Rich fucking Hill got 2 earned runs on his resume.
Yeah, thanks, Rich.
I mean, Rich Hill is why God, dude, this is so dumb.
It's so dumb.
This, by the way, fucking team
again,
is so stupid.
Yeah, nobody else is going to talk about it, so we have to talk about it. That's the thing. You know what I mean? We're literally here every single night talking about this for a team that's 10 games under 500 that was supposed to go to the World Series this year. Richard, thank you. He says, I say this with no pleasure. Adding to Jim's points on Manny, I guess this is really from yesterday or from the year. His personality didn't play well in LA. Not on the field or with the fan base. Manny's the most disliked opposing player to visit Dodger Stadium since Barry Bonds.
Thanks for the super chat, Richard. Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I do buy that. Yes, Manny gets booed, a lot in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they really booing? It's has it been that bad for them since Manny's left? Won in 2020. They've been better than the Padres every single year. Now, they did lose last year in the postseason.
If anything, Dodger fans should be cheering Manny Machado, because they could have been in a real tough spot if they signed him to the $300 million contract instead of trading for Mookie Betts and signing him to the $300 million contract.
Right. You're fine. You got Freeman, you got Betts, you're fine.
You have better players. Okay. You have a better core. You lucked out. You lucked out the Red Sox just gave you Betts.
Freeman's a monster.
He's amazing.
4 hits tonight, homers, hit
He's gonna have 60 doubles.
I don't even know if the Padres as a team have 60 anythings.
No, they don't. They have 60 bunt attempts.
Oh, Trent does.
But yeah, I mean, the Dodgers know what they're fucking doing. Okay. It's not hard to put 2 and 2 together and why didn't the Dodgers really sign Manny Machado after he was in LA for a half a year and they went to the World Series with him on that roster?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why. It just put 2 and 2 together, man.
Hold on, I'm just looking real quick. Trent Grisham with the bases loaded this year.
Give it to me. Give me a number.
Was 1 for 9 with maybe a single. Did
this count as a sacrifice tonight?
It's a great question, Jim. I'll tell you what it did count as an RBI. I I don't know if they were saying if he was bunting for a base hit. My guess is he was bunting for a base hit, no sacrifice, because you said he was 0 for 4, right?
Okay, so
No sacrifice.
No, not even a sacrifice. Fielder's choice. RBI fielder's choice.
RBI fielder's choice, because they're saying, the scorer is saying, well, you wouldn't possibly be bunting to move runners. You're only bunting to reach.
Yeah, even the scorer is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. So you're not going to get a sacrifice for that. They're not going to give you the benefit in that situation.
Like,
Tom, thank you. He says, launch Grisham to the moon.
I'm done with
pathetic. Why has he? But how often have we argued over the last 2 years with the organization? We've basically pleaded with the organization. Why is he here? So you can't. This is more of an indictment on Preller than it is on Trent Grisham. Trent Grisham is Trent Grisham. He didn't do anything tonight that you wouldn't expect him to do.
No.
AJ Preller has kept Trent Grisham on this team for years. Now he doesn't write the lineup, and he's batting like 5th or 6th, which is absurd. But I mean, Trent Grisham's Trent Grisham, but it's AJ Preller who's put Bob Melvin in this situation where Trent Grisham plays every single day for 2 consecutive years and hits 200.
And I said this last year when Trent Grisham was having a horrible season. Like, it doesn't matter if he's on the roster because they're winning baseball games. And if they're winning baseball games, I can live with Trent Grisham hitting 9th and sucking. Okay. But when you're losing baseball games and he's still on this team and he's bunting with the bases loaded and no outs, down by 4 runs, get the fuck off the team, dude. Like, DFA now, and doing it and bunting on his own. You know, there's no reason to have him on a roster and on a team that is losing like the Padres are losing. Okay.
Yeah. Like,
when you're winning, it doesn't fucking matter. And he came up and he got streaky and he got hot and he helped this team get to an NLCS last year. Congratulations. But man, I just don't see how this player possibly makes it to next year's team other than AJ Preller is once again fucking clueless.
I think he's got he does. He's got a sub 700 career OPS as a Padre. Your starting center fielder has a sub 700 OPS in 4 years with the Padres. We're talking about a couple thousand plate appearances. He's had a couple thousand plate appearances and has never produced with any regularity. And I heard so many times from Padres fans, from media, well, he's such a good defensive player. He's worth it. It's going to pay off. He's young. He's a centerpiece. He's a cornerstone. Sign him. How many times did you sign him to a long-term deal? Keep him, extend him. Stop. You're getting circles run around you by other organizations everywhere if you're playing Trent Grisham every single day. What the Mets did today by hiring David Stearns put the Padres behind the Mets moving forward, because the Padres' decision-making process to keep players like Trent Grisham around is not doing them any favors. You're trying to catch up to the LA Dodgers. You're trying to keep pace or catch up to the Braves and the future of the Mets. I mean, good luck with these strategies. Trent Grisham has played every day for 4 years
and sucks.
For what reason? Because he can field his position? Great. Yippee. That's like a prerequisite. It's the big leagues. They winning games because of Trent Grisham's defense. Tell me a game they've won in the last 4 years because of his defense.
And you know who also can center field his position just as well and can do way better offensively, I feel like? It's like Jose Azocar. Okay. I mean, like,
well, not worse, certainly.
Can't do worse. I mean, you're probably not. I mean, I'm mind blown still that this fucking guy hit. He bunted. Are you kidding me? With the bases loaded and no outs and down by 4 runs, and he bunted on his own, and the official score is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And it didn't, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Like, can someone please in the chat? Are these quotes from Lance Lynn and Dave Roberts real?
Yeah, because honestly, if you're a Dodger fan, we could care less. Like, you don't need to troll us with fake quotes. If they're real quotes, we'll read them. If you've ever watched the wrap-up show, you know we're willing to criticize the Padres. Okay, so if the quotes are real, you could share them. If they're not real, whatever, we'll still be critical of the Padres. So if there's real quotes, share them. You know,
Hold on. Let me look.
While you look, Iron Lung, thank you. He says Grisham will leave and become a 290 hitter, LMAO. I don't think he will. I know you're joking. I don't think he will. I don't see it. I don't think some other organization figures out his bat. I don't see it. And by the way, the whole Kyle Hurts story we talked about today on John and Jim, right? The top prospect, what, a 2-to-1 strikeout, like 17 strikeouts per every 9 innings in the minor leagues, strikes out the side in the 9th inning. I didn't realize he went to Torrey Pines. And it's like the top prospect, pitching prospect in the Dodgers organization.
Okay, so Dave Roberts said post-game, Trent Grisham bunting with the bases loaded did the Dodgers a favor. DFA him now. Like, don't wait. Like, you DFA him right now. And if he's in the lab tomorrow, shame on the Padres.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just unbelievable, dude. I'm watching this play here. Hold on.
What are you watching? The bunt?
Even and by the way, John, I'm gonna tell you right now, watching this play again. Hold on, here we go. So Muncy was actually in on the grass. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, didn't Melvin say he was back? I think he was trying to say he was trying to sneak it by him.
He was kind of shaded towards the shortstop.
Yes, he was thinking, like, if I bunt to third, there's nobody there.
And it was the easiest play for Muncy because it took him right to third base.
Yeah, he bunted literally on the base.
Like, you have a force out at every base, you idiot. Like, even if you bunt it and he's going away from, like, hey, moron. It's a fucking force out at third.
We're breaking down this bunt more than Melvin's decision to keep freaking Manaea on the mound for second inning in Philadelphia in Game 5 or Game 4. Are we not? I don't remember spending 30 minutes on it.
No. We spent like 2 hours on that. We spent like days on that. Actually, we spent like weeks on that one.
We did. And people were like, you need to get over it. They had a nice season. Okay. So it's a real quote. So then that's probably a real quote from Lance Lynn.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see.
Because, I mean, it's not that crazy of a quote.
Yeah, I mean,
what are you trying to like break down now?
I'm trying to find the Lance Lynn quote.
I mean, it wasn't anything significant. It was like, yeah, I kind of needed it. Bases were loaded with nobody out.
I don't think that Lance had command tonight. I think everyone in the ballpark saw that. He was trying to find his delivery. The ball was doing.
Lance didn't have command tonight, he said? Funny because he went 7 innings to line 2 runs.
That double play from Kike was huge off the bat of Tatis. And I think in that 4th inning, we had the bases loaded. They had the bases loaded. And, Grisham lays down a bunt and we get a force play right there. And that got us out of the inning. And for me, that changed the game. Guy hitting in the 6th hole and lays down a bunt and basically did us a favor right there. So for me, that was a big, big changing point because he was hanging and they had him on the ropes. And so he recovered and got through 7 innings right there.
Done. I rest my case. What
was the count?
That was exciting.
Oh, hold on.
That's amazing. He's like, it changed the entire game.
Hold on. Let me check here.
It's even worse if it was like first pitch.
It was first pitch.
Was it? I figured it would be. Yeah. It's even worse.
Hold on. I can't get over this fucking play.
He basically is like, you can't have a 6-hole hitter that's going to bunt. Ever.
His dream was to be a major league player, and he realized that dream tonight.
All right. I don't know, dude. This is bullshit. I'm
You're
done.
so mad.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
You really are. This is like the maddest you've ever been.
Okay. This is the 2023 Pagan moment.
This is the 2023. Like, put this on the DVD.
Yeah, this is the 2023 Pagan moment for me.
Season.
I mean, I want to yell right now. I can't. But holy shit!
Just do it. Wake everyone. Be a man. Thank you, Mark Nimitz, for your support of our work and this channel. He's the title sponsor. He's a great insurance agent. You can take that from us. I have a homeowner's life insurance and earthquake insurance policy through Mark. He can save you $750 or more just by switching your insurance to him. If you click the link in the description down below, you'll get to Mark's website, which you see right now on screen. You can get free quotes by calling Mark, who's a native San Diegan, a lifelong Padres fan. Call him or get a quote online. They are free, whatever it is, auto, home, renter's life, earthquake, more. Mark Nimitz is a great insurance agent with great service and communication. I had to file a claim last year. He took care of everything. He made the process simple and easy. He saved us time. He saved us literally thousands of dollars. So the next time you have an insurance need, before you renew, call Mark. He will save you money, and you will support our channel, and you'll support a local business here in San Diego. So again, Mark Nimitz, the title sponsor of the Wrap-Up Show. Whatever your insurance need is, new or renewal, make sure to call Mark and click that link in the description down below.
There's a cricket next to me.
Is there really?
Yes.
I don't hear it.
Or a grasshopper or something.
I don't think grasshoppers talk. I don't know.
All Mark's information is above my head. mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you and that Trent Grisham needs to be DFA'd.
So you're going to DFA him on that?
Yes. I'm done. 13 for his last 86, John.
That's like improving his batting average.
We're done. We're done. That to me, and after hearing Dave Roberts, like basically say that Trent Grisham's an idiot. Like
he did say that. Oh, he said it intentionally.
Like he 100% said it intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm DFAing him right now. It's over with. You want to really just, that's what we even said. Like, hey, you want to really shake things up? You gotta like.
Yeah, but it's too, like, what are you shaking up on September 13th? Like, your season's over.
Nothing.
I mean, it would be interesting. It'll be interesting. I mean, is it that egregious that the organization, we've said that 100 times over the last 2 years, like this was a joke. They got to make a change, and then they never do.
I can't believe he fucking bunted, dude. What a joke. What an absolute joke. And then he just gets trolled by fucking Dave Roberts.
And like Dodger fans and Lance Lynn. That was quite a troll job.
I mean, this is like unbelievable.
It really is. I'm trying to keep, there's a couple of interesting comments here in the chat. I like the idea of Grisham leading off tomorrow and bunting. Yeah, I mean, there's more to this game than just that. But I mean, when Dave Roberts says literally that was the game, then maybe there isn't more to it than that.
Like,
I mean, you're down 4-0. You're down 7-1. I mean, they had no chance to win this game. Trent Grisham made a grand slam there. You're going to lose. Like here's the problem. Here's my problem with all this. We're pretending like this matters.
Well, you know what, John? It should matter. You know why it should matter?
Well, yesterday we said this should feel good, but we said it doesn't.
You know why this should matter? Because if it didn't matter, then they are just complacent and they are.
That's what they are.
What is the word?
Playing out the string.
No. They're overlooking the deficiencies with this team. And
who is?
The Padres. And if they don't make changes, and if what Trent Grisham's play in tonight, if they don't DFA him for this or get rid of him or trade him, or I don't care what they do, he just cannot be on the team next year. I don't care where he goes.
Yeah, next year he won't. I agree.
Have a good team. Have a good career somewhere else, but he cannot be on the Padres next season. I'm sorry.
He won't.
So that's why I'm saying this matters. Because if you say, oh, it doesn't matter, then you're they continue to enable, or you continue to enable, and it's like, oh, it's fine, when it's not fine at all, and things have to change, and this shit can't be a part of this team next year, like at all.
Just tweeting something, just replying to Will Holder, because he just saw the quote, and I said, man, that's not even half the quote from Dave Roberts. JD Gotcha, thank you, says, would Tommy Pham have bunted? No, probably not. Probably not. If he was playing for the Padres, he would have struck out or grounded into a double play. If he was playing for the Diamondbacks or the Mets, he would have hit a grand slam, would be my guess. Is what Tommy Pham would have done. That's my guess. No, JD's third. 15. No. Fangraphs has it at 0.0. Elimination number is what? 8, 9. And the whole thing is just, it's been over for way too long. It was over at the trade deadline. They just didn't want to believe that, even though it was an accurate thing to say. It's been over for a long time. And they pursued this path for whatever reason. Maybe because they wanted to create excitement and keep the fan base energized and sell tickets or keep butts in seats, but they knew it was over at the end of July. They were just fooling themselves at the end of July.
I don't know why I'm so mad at this, dude.
I have no idea.
Like,
I really didn't think it would be the entire show.
Like, I don't care, but I care so much.
It was just, yeah. I mean, it's pretty stupid with the benefit of you hear Dave Roberts say that,
Like, in the grand scheme of things, does Trent Grisham matter to this team's success or failures? He shouldn't. Okay.
Well, he certainly hasn't helped their success, is what I've said for years.
If anything, he should only help for this team to succeed. That's the only thing he can do. Okay. You shouldn't be saying Trent Grisham is the reason why they lose games. Maybe the only reason you could say that is if he dropped an easy fly ball in center field or made a bad throw. You know what I mean? That's the only thing you could say for Trent Grisham, why he should cost this team game, like legitimate games that actually matter. And maybe you could say that about last year's team. He definitely had a really bad year. This freaking cricket is right behind me. But this to me is the final straw. And it's and yes, I'm just taking all of my anger out on Trent Grisham tonight, but it's a built up frustration from everything this year, from top down, from AJ all the way down to Matthew Batten. Everybody involved on this team and organization has failed miserably this year. And that bunt kind of just was the tipping point for me of are you fucking kidding me? And no, it doesn't matter. But if we say it does, if we allow it to really not matter and us not to talk about it, then it's I feel like this team is just enabled to just stay course and why should we make any changes?
The thing is, they're not though. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but I mean, we've been critical for a year straight, more than that, on Trent Grisham. I mean, they shouldn't need anything to realize that Trent Grisham is not an everyday major league player on a good team. Yet they've continued to force him through as an everyday player on a good team. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Why does Trent Grisham need to play every single day? And don't tell me that teams like the Braves and the Dodgers and the Astros are fielding comparable pieces every day in their lineup, because they're not. So you can't be the Braves or the Astros or the Dodgers if you're playing Trent Grisham every day for 4 years and he's got a 699 OPS in his career as a Padre. So that's AJ's decision. That's the organization's decision. I don't know what they see in him. They must like his bunting.
They must like it, but also he sucks at it.
Yeah, and Sam says, he's the best defensive center fielder in baseball. And what has that bought him or them?
I think Sam is related to Trent Grisham.
First of all, that's very arguable. Is he the best defensive center fielder in baseball? If he is, he has a funny way of showing it.
I can name one better than him right now, and he plays right field for the Padres.
True. I can name one that's just as good of him right now, and he plays center field for the Dodgers.
I can also name another one for the Padres right now who's on the bench every day.
Yeah, Azokar.
Give me a break. Trent Grisham
You don't win games with center field defense. The Padres have good defense. Who cares if you took a step back in defense in center field? Honestly. I don't care if Juan Soto plays center field if you had 3 Juan Sotos in the outfield with offensive productivity. I just don't. Who cares? Especially for a team that, traditionally can't hit. JD Gotcha, thank you. He says, last troll post, I wish we could see the Polaroid of the dugout following Grisham's bunt. It's kind of funny, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know if they took a Polaroid of that. Maybe they did. It's how the Padres scored one of their 2 runs tonight. So, who knows? Maybe the Padres only score 1 run tonight, if not for that bunt.
Maybe he did it for the run differential crowd.
Yeah,
he's like, I have to make sure we get at least 1 run here, so the run differential is like not as bad.
Lord help us. Seriously. Okay, hold on. While we have a moment, I do want to remind our viewers about one of our partners here on the Wrap-Up Show that has been with us for a long time, our friends over at Aura. Great company, plant-based nutritional supplement company. If you're looking to get healthier, you have to turn to our friends at Aura. They are based here in San Diego, offices in Liberty Station. Their co-founder, Will, is a great guy, a huge Padres fan, and a native San Diegan. And here's the deal with Aura. You can get 10% off your first order, as you see on the screen. But they've got great products like the probiotic, which I take every single day. Again, these are plant-based products. I take their probiotic every day for digestion. It's an amazing probiotic. I've taken probiotics for years. Theirs is the best I've ever taken. They have pre-workout supplements. They have proteins for after workouts. Omega-3 oils. For those that take fish oils, you can take their omega-3 oil that's plant-based. They have sleep pills, immunity pills, and more. And you go to ora.organic or click the link in the description down below. There are many more products. Okay. So browse as you watch or listen to the Wrap-Up Show. Great company. If you're looking to get healthier, if you want to support a business here in Southern California, in San Diego, if you want to support the Wrap-Up Show, check them out, ora.organic, or click the link in the description down below.
Yeah. If you want to start living a healthy lifestyle and you guys don't know where to start, want to start taking some supplements, Aura is the best place to go. www.ora.organic. Pick up some stuff. They got the cleanest supplements on the market, all plant-based, organic. Try some out and tell us what you think, but I guarantee you'll thank us later.
No doubt. You'll be thanking us. You know what tomorrow is? A chance to win a series against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium with the Cy Young favorite Blake Snell on the mound. He may be pitching at Dodger Stadium, by the way, next year. A lot of speculation right now that the Dodgers could be interested in Blake Snell. You saw what Kevin Acee potentially wrote here tonight. He said that it's becoming increasingly unlikely that the Padres will consider signing Blake Snell, which we already knew. This is Kevin Acee tonight. Blake Snell is widely considered a virtual lock to leave in free agency, largely due to the Padres' desire to trim payroll. Okay, Kevin Acee, Blake Snell is widely considered a virtual lock to leave in free agency, largely due to the Padres' desire to trim payroll. Think about that, Padres fans. Payroll's coming down in 2024. And he wrote Snell's pitch his way into what will likely be a massive contract. And guess what? The Dodgers could very well be interested. So you might be seeing a lot of Blake Snell moving forward. A lot of them.
In another uniform, shoving every time against you. Watch, he's going to go to LA. They're going to unlock him even more. And he's going to actually throw.
Win Cy Young.
And he's actually going to throw like 7 1/3 every outing.
It's going to throw 9 innings. Every game is going to be a shutout.
200 plus innings for like 4 straight years with the Dodgers.
Yeah, it would be scary. I mean, Blake Snell as a Dodger would be scary. It would.
This is supposed to be a down year for the Dodgers. Remember that?
They're going to win 100 games, right? What's their record?
They have around 90 wins.
What's their record? They are 88-56 with how many games left then for them? They still have 18 games left. Yeah, they go 12-6 to close. They got 100 wins.
They could absolutely do that.
Crazy. 13 games up in the division, 21 games up on the Padres. Down year, like you said. Yeah, that's crazy. Now, and there's this from JD's third. Dodgers ending Snell's Cy Young hopes would be so Padres. I don't know. I kind of like the way Snell's pitched. He's been good against the Dodgers in his career. I don't know. Is tomorrow going to be the day that Snell only goes like 2 innings again? Maybe. It could be, but I don't know. I feel half decent about the way Snell has consistently pitched. I feel like he gets through this Dodgers game and he's going to win the Cy Young.
Yeah, that was what we said is if he gets through the Astros and Dodgers games, giving up just a couple runs, right? And he already passed the Astros test. If he can win tomorrow, or at least pitch well, right?
I mean, 5 innings, 2
Then
runs,
he has
6 innings,
a
2 runs.
legitimate shot at winning the Cy Young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. He's only got a couple more outings, obviously. 3 outings probably. That's it. So just don't – it's his to lose. To JD's third point, I think we made that point on the radio. It's his to lose. But I think he's in position potentially to win it, which is crazy for a team that's been as bad as the Padres have been. And in a walk year, it just – from Blake Snell's perspective, you can't play it better. You cannot play it better than this because he's going to get a $200 million deal based on this season.
Good for him.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to share it with us.
Probably not.
It'd be sweet, though, if he did. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I mean, I knew September would be like this. There's nothing really to say.
Yeah. I mean, do I want Bob Melvin gone? Like, no, I don't. But the closer I get to the end of the season and the more you see, and it's just like, just wipe everybody out. Only problem is you still have all these fucking players on this team. Bunch of underachieving, overpriced players on this team.
Wait, hold on. You have pretty much stuck to the Bob Melvin isn't the problem script. But here tonight, you're saying, you know what? Screw it. This whole thing is a problem, and he's part of it.
Like, I don't, and I still lean on the side of like keeping Melvin, but I also am sitting here like nothing has got through these players. It's been such a grind the last 2 years, albeit they had a really good postseason run. I think there was a lot of times that they won in spite of Bob Melvin. I don't know, man.
It is hard.
It's hard, dude. Like, I like Bob a lot, and I think he's the best manager they've had since Buddy Black by far. Like, not even a question. And I'm afraid of who would follow Bob. Like, I'm very afraid. And I think every Padres fan should be afraid too. Like, it's probably going to be another first-time guy that's going to be Preller's puppet. But the more time goes on here, it's like, I just think making a clean sweep of everybody is what this franchise needs. And
so you're talking about the full axe.
I'm going full
new
Mets.
Coaching staff, new front office.
Keep Niebla. I like Ruben Niebla.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But I'm just like, dude, this is pathetic.
This is pathetic. I mean, how could there not be consequences based on this? If you failed a test when you were a kid, your parents would stick you in your room and close the door and be like, you can't watch TV and you can't have your phone.
Yeah.
Like, this is a can't watch TV, can't have your phone type of off season, is it not? You can't be expected to win 98 games and win 70.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. And you can't allow people in charge to remain in charge off of this type of season. This failure of a year. This is not like a tiny failure. This is a failure of epic purport. Like it is massive about how bad this team has been this year. And I mean, you just look what Tom Verducci. Like he's very cringe, but he's one of the most respected baseball writers, I want to say, like, ever. And he writes an article yesterday for Sports Illustrated, and the title is "The 2023 Padres Are an Epic Failure."
Well, I mean, I hear no lies.
Like you're getting articles written about you in Sports Illustrated, albeit
every day, every week, every day,
and every title is "Epic Failure," "Epic Failure," "Epic Failure." How in God's green earth can you allow the people that have created this epic failure to try and run it back next year? Like, how can you allow it to happen?
Only really if the inmates are running the asylum, so to speak, right?
Well,
if you give them the opportunity, then, right? If they don't make change, then, I mean, it's simple. If Peter's willing to try it again with this same group, it's hard to envision everything changing and all of a sudden you go from 70 wins to 100 and you're a World Series contender. I just don't see, like, again, I said this today on the radio. What's the goal? Marketing, bobbleheads, 40th anniversary of the 1984 team, sell 3 million tickets, or to be really, really good and threaten to win the National League and get to a World Series or win it. So you got to ask yourself, what's the goal? Are we trying to sell tickets? Are we trying to market Juan Soto? Are we trying to honor the 1984 team? Or are we trying to be as good as the Braves and the Dodgers and the Astros and other teams? And if the answer is you're trying to be the latter and you're trying to be really good and do something the Padres have never done, like win a World Series or get to just the third in franchise history, then you're going to need to take action and you're going to need to have some foresight, and fortune favors the bold. Okay. So that's what they're going to need to do. But I don't know if they're going to do that. I think we might see a lot of 40th anniversary giveaways would be my guess.
Yep. Hey, look at this shiny object over here. Hey, the tin caps did really well. Hey, we have a bunch of great prospects. Hey, these are cool giveaways.
Hey, look, we moved the fences in 3 feet in left center.
Still would have only warning track power of this team. Hold on, I got to put my computer in.
Where you go? What did Jim say? I literally have nothing to say, and I typically have things to say. This team has even worn me out, which is hard to do as someone that is like literally a baseball lifer for his entire career. But everything that can be said has been said, and now it's just on them to act. Like, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, Padres organization? Are you going to see this as acceptable, or are you going to make real change? You know? And you got questions up and down with your rotation next year. Without Snell, who knows about Lugo? I think Kevin wrote today is going to opt out. Yeah, you got questions everywhere. Everywhere. Kevin wrote today, I think he wrote Lugo's going to opt out based on his year.
Why wouldn't he?
Right. Wacha, I don't know. So, yeah, you just got questions everywhere. Yeah, this team is. I mean, I don't honestly. Jim has said this. I don't hate this team, but this team is easy to dislike because there's nothing tangible about this team you want to hold on to in 2023. There's just not. Nothing that's being said behind, in the clubhouse with the media. Not the way that they're playing on field. They don't have passion. I'm watching the Tin Caps record the final out. I kid you not, against the Loons, and I mean they're celebrating. They're experiencing, they're living, they're enjoying. The Padres are not like that for whatever reason. So, like, it's just not enjoyable. If you're a Padres fan watching this thing for the last 5.5 months, it's easy not to like what you've seen. I'm not going to say it's easy to hate, but I would say it's easy not to like what you've seen out of the Padres. Easy.
This is one of the least liked teams I can remember. And I mean, even the shittiest Padres of teams of 2016, 17, 18 were more loved than this.
Mm-hmm.
And that tells you something right there.
Right.
I mean, there's been nothing about this team that you could put your finger on as like, besides maybe Hassan Kim, but everybody else just, I think the fan base is beyond annoyed with. And, I mean, not ready to move on, but yeah, man, it's you wish that you could just wipe it clean and start over and pick players that are actually gonna, work together and give a shit, but you can't do that because you gave all these guys a bunch of money and they ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, it's a deep hole to dig out of. I was wondering about Kim, who got the off day today. I just looked it up. On Baseball Reference, looked at his September, small sample, 10 games. He's hitting 195. So he's cooled off finally. And I don't blame him. There's nothing to play for. And he probably deserved a day off, truthfully, based on the way he's played. They have so many days off, by the way, all these Thursdays. They don't play again on Thursday, these final 3 weeks. I don't know what to expect these last 3 weeks. The only thing I really care about is watching Blake Snell. Does he do it? Does he not do it? And why? And then I guess, honestly, the reason to watch is moments like tonight. I mean, what are you thinking, to Jim's initial point? Like, if you're Trent Grisham, like, what are you doing? By the way, there was a whole nother moment in this game. I don't know if you were watching it this point or not. Michael Wacha just didn't cover first base and a run scored. The fourth run of the game, he just didn't cover.
I saw that.
It's just a double play ball, a hard hit ball to first. It's an easy 3-6-1 double play, and Michael Wacha never moved. Again, in the grand scheme, whatever. Just like Grisham, grand scheme, whatever. Grisham, we're going to circle it because what the hell is he doing? I get it. Bases loaded, nobody out. Doesn't make sense. Dave Roberts literally calls you out, as does Lance Lynn. But they're not even aware. I mean, it's like they're just going through the motions. They're sleepwalking this September.
I mean, did you expect anything else?
Yeah, because Bob Melvin told me this wouldn't happen.
Okay, well, congratulations, you got played.
I got played by Bob Melvin. This is your manager. You told me this guy's.
Hey, Bob Melvin is dealing with the players on this team. You telling me that these players are going to actually like listen?
Right.
No.
Do you think? Okay, what do you think's more likely? Melvin fired, or maybe it's technicality. Melvin walks.
Technicality, Melvin walks.
Or Melvin retires.
No. Technicality, Melvin walks. He's managing somewhere else next year.
Agreed. And that team wins the World Series.
I'm going to be so fascinated to see, like, wherever Bob goes. I will watch that team like crazy a good amount of time, because then that will truly tell you if it was Bob,
right? Maybe,
or if it was the players, because you're never going to see Tingler get another manager job. You're never going to see Andy Green get another manager's job. So you can't really know. You don't really know there. And by the way, Andy Green was just babysitting because those teams sucked and they were never going to win anything. But you'll never know about Chase Tingler ever again. All right. You'll know about Bob. And if Bob, wherever he goes, if it's the Mets, right? Because they could potentially fire Buck Showalter. If he turns it around and wherever he goes, I just don't be surprised if he does.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone would be surprised at that. Truthfully, he has managed good teams consistently. Never gotten a team, to a World Series, but he's managed good teams consistently. And last year, he managed effectively. Wasn't perfect, but he managed effectively. And now it's like, man, I give him credit for talking to the media every night, Jim, and not losing his mind. He's very respectful with the media. I don't know how he's done this. I really don't. The way this team has played down the stretch, I don't know how he's done this.
All right, my favorite part of the night, John, is reading all these social media posts today from the San Diego Padres.
Okay, what do you have? Final.
Well, okay. 6 hours ago, lining up for game peace sign in LA.
That means 2.
Yeah, 2. They called up Nick Hernandez today officially. They said, "Welcome to the show."
Ooh, I like that. That's what they call the big leagues, Jim, the show.
I know. They have it on the graphics as "Welcome to the show." Congratulations to Nick, though. That was awesome. Get the strikeouts tonight. And
I thought that was cool. Seriously, I thought it was good. You're trying to pitch him 3 innings. Come on, give him his moment. 2 innings, good. 2 scoreless innings, let him go.
Yeah, anybody making their major league debut, you got to applaud that. Speaking of, first MLB strikeout for Nick. The K is capitalized. Fire emoji. Congrats at Nicholas Sir 36. And then the last one was final.
Final period. I think when they lose, every graphic is final.
Yeah. So
and when they win, it's like we won.
So they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they also tweeted out, this was just, if I bet on this, I would have cashed in so much money.
Okay.
Them tweeting out about the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. Like, it was a guaranteed
best of
lock.
luck in the Midwest League postseason.
Guaranteed lock that they were going to do something with their minor league system. They said, best of luck. Yeah, you're right. Best of luck in the Midwest League Eastern Division final at Tin Caps. Clapping emoji. # Padres on deck.
I kind of like it. So basically you're saying they tweeted, 5-6 times today?
And they also tweeted something about Jerry Coleman his 99th birthday this Thursday, which is a
nice.
scheduled
Okay.
tweet, and then another scheduled tweet for Hispanic Heritage Weekend.
All right. I mean, they're on the right. It's enough. 8, 9 tweets. I mean, how many tweets do we need?
I would love to just get paid that much money and tweet 5 times a day.
What do they got? $1 million social media manager?
No, they don't. Some interns fine. I'm not ripping the intern or whoever's doing this. I just think it's like.
Now, you probably tweeted more today than the Padres. I think I did, probably. It's easy to tweet 8 times. A couple retweets, a couple this, a couple that.
By the way, back on the Grisham thing, it's still like.
Do you have more to say about Trent Grisham tonight?
One thing that I failed to mention, because this whole time I'm thinking in my head, why are you bunting? The top of the lineup is right around the corner because you always hit in the 9 hole. He was hitting 6th tonight.
No shit. We've talked about that like 13 times tonight.
I know, but it didn't like process in my brain. I'm like, because he never hit 6th. Like, why is he hitting 6th? That's ridiculous.
You want to know why he's hitting 6th? Because the rest of the lineup is Matt Batten and Brett Sullivan and Eggy Rosario.
I know.
So it's like it actually makes sense when you say it that way. I mean, what's the lineup going to look like September 28th when Machado's been shut down and Soto gets a day off and Tatis gets a day off? Okay, like it could get worse from here. This lineup, it's possible, but who even cares, to be honest? Okay, well, we have a moment. Underdog Fantasy is the best and easiest place to be playing fantasy sports. You need to head over there right now, underdogfantasy.com. If you use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, you will get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, you'll get a 100% deposit match up to $100. They've got drafts going on right now across all sports, including the NFL. Week 2 NFL drafts underway. Of course, MLB action. You can sign up for drafts right now for tomorrow, starting at just $3 per draft. Here's the beauty of Underdog Fantasy. You draft, whether it's an auto draft or yourself, and they take care of everything. No waivers, no trades. They set your best lineup, kind of a set it or forget it type situation. You can play the pick'ems across all sports, including the NFL and MLB. You can cross sports. You can pick one higher or lower in the NFL. You can pick 1 or 2 higher or lowers in Major League Baseball. And all you got to do is get a couple of right. You can insure your picks and you can win. So, for example, I think we mentioned this Vikings-Eagles game for Thursday night. Jim's Eagles in action against the Vikings Thursday. Do you think Justin Jefferson will have a receiving touchdown Thursday night?
I'm going to say no.
Do you think Jalen Hurts will have a rushing touchdown Thursday night? I'm going to say yes.
I'll say yes, yeah.
So I'm going to take a Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown, and I'm going to pair that with something Padres-Dodgers related for tomorrow with Blake Snell on the mound. Okay, here we go. Blake Snell. Will Blake Snell go 5 2/3 innings tomorrow? I say yes.
I'm going to say lower.
Okay, I'm going to go higher in this Cy Young season.
I think he's going to give you 5 innings, 1 run, and be like, I'm good, Skip.
5 and dive.
I ain't risking my ERA over this.
Is Ryan Pepio going to allow higher than 2 earned runs? He's got a .86. I'll say lower. And there's my play. 30 pays 180. You can insure it. And 30, you can still win 90. Play right now. Underdogfantasy.com. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100.
Do you want to hear what Lance Lynn had to say about Trent Grisham?
I do, but first I want to get to JD Gaucho, who says, second time in 3 years. Oh, I like this. We're talking San Diego State hoops, so stand by. San Diego State will have 6 mutual opponents with UCSB, Jim, and not play the Gauchos. There's got to be something here. Okay. We'll be discussing that throughout the course of the weekend on the wrap-up show, JD Gaucho.
Absolutely. Thank you, JD Gaucho. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you.
What do you got? I've not listened to this, but someone just tweeted me. This is what Lance Lynn said postgame.
Was it to sort of avoid that beginning, especially double plays, getting that force out at third on bases loaded, just being able to mitigate some of the big explosive moves?
Yeah, you get the bases out there with no outs. The bunt out was kind of huge. They kind of did me a favor there, let me reset, kind of give me a free out. So, and then I was able to get some weak contact after that on some fly balls. So, and then kind of got moving there a little bit. One mistake to the tees. But when you get the lead like that, you're just trying to attack and make sure you don't give up free base runners.
So Dave Roberts said it completely changed the game, and Lance Lynn said they did me a favor. But maybe they're saying that just to piss off Padres fans.
No. They know
I'm kidding.
they viewed that exactly how I view it, as what the fuck is this guy doing? I'm glad he
imagine
did
what
it.
they said in the clubhouse after the game. Like, what?
Oh,
the
they're
F?
laughing at him, dude.
Yeah,
They were
and that's why they
laughing
both
at
said the
him.
same thing.
Yeah, they just laughing their ass off at how stupid Trent Grisham looked tonight, bunting with the bases loaded and no outs after a double single walk.
And it would make Bob Melvin look bad if not for Bob Melvin being asked about it and him being like, "Yeah, that wasn't me." He didn't say it like that, but he's like, "Yeah, he chose to bunt."
Hey, if I'm Bob Melvin, I ain't falling on the sword for that one.
No,
because he's done it before, and we've seen him before do it.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as a manager calling for a bunt with the bases loaded, nobody out.
I know. But you get my point. Is like he's done that before, where he has kind of fallen on the sword for a stupid play a player's made. But tonight, he's not doing that. He's like, yeah, I'm not taking responsibility for that bullshit.
The rest of the season, I think he's going to be pretty matter of fact. I think he has been pretty matter of fact. Man, where's AJ been? Where's Peter? Where are they watching these from? You know,
who knows? Who cares right now? Actually, I care. Just kidding. I really do care. I don't know where Peter's at. I don't know where AJ's at. AJ's probably scouting a 12-year-old in like the Dominican and whatever. And Peter's probably still thinking his team has hope or something because he's the ultimate optimist. Like, I don't know, dude.
You think he thinks they're going to make the postseason?
He's like, well, there's still a shot. Hey, we're still in it. We're not officially eliminated yet.
All right, guys. Join us tomorrow night, 7:10 start for Game 3. No day game. 7:10. Blake Snell, Cy Young candidacy on display tomorrow night, Dodger Stadium. Can he avoid the letdown? His to lose potentially. National League Cy Young maybe on the line tomorrow night at Dodger Stadium. All right. If you are here, subscribe. You're on content for Padres fans. Shoot. If you're here, subscribe to our brand new John and Jim channel. Can I put a link in the chat? Let me do that real quick. Let's subscribe to our John and Jim channel. We're like 40 subscribers away, roughly, from 1,000. And we just launched this about a month ago. Please subscribe to our brand new channel. We are talking Padres every single day, weekdays, 3 to 6. Please subscribe. I just put the link in the chat. The link is also available by clicking the link in the description down below. So please subscribe to our brand new channel. Please subscribe to this channel. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the super thanks for those of you that have been watching on replay all these days and weeks and nights and years. Thank you. We do appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats and the whatever the hell they're called, super thanks. So thank you for that. We do want to thank our sponsors, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, our title sponsor. Whatever your needs are, auto, home, renter's life, earthquake insurance, and more. Mark can save you $750 or more just by switching your insurance. Click the link in the description down below. Mark, thank you for your longtime support of the channel. Our buddy Will at Aura, thank you. If you're looking to get healthier, they have plant-based supplements for you. ORA.organic, great company right here in San Diego. And Underdog Fantasy, we just told you, use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, get a 100% deposit match up to $100 at UnderdogFantasy.com. NFL is back. MLB Daily Drafts going on right now. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Don't forget to use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. We'll get Jim's true thoughts on Trent Grisham bunting with the bases loaded, nobody out, tomorrow on John and Jim at 3 p.m. So he will share his honest feelings tomorrow at 3 p.m. So join us on the radio. We'll see you tomorrow night on the wrap-up show. Padres lost tonight, by the way, 11-2 to the Dodgers. We will see you tomorrow night.